What are the costs of government regulation? What are the costs of government regulation? This is a question many people ask, especially in discussions about the economy. From a conservative viewpoint, government regulation can create several economic burdens that impact businesses and consumers alike. Let's break down these costs in a straightforward way. First, businesses face regulatory compliance costs. These costs include direct expenses like paperwork, legal fees, and changes to operations to meet government standards. For many small businesses, these costs can be overwhelming. They often lack the resources to navigate complex regulations, which can hinder their growth and innovation. Next, we have the impact on the job market. Stricter regulations, especially in industries like energy and manufacturing, can threaten jobs. For instance, environmental regulations that requiring expensive emissions controls can lead to plant closures or fewer job openings. Many believe that allowing market-driven decisions instead of government mandates would better preserve jobs. Another significant cost is the effect on consumer prices. When businesses incur regulatory costs, they often pass these expenses onto consumers. This can lead to higher prices for goods and services, which reduces purchasing power. Lower-income households feel this impact more acutely since they spend a larger portion of their income on essentials like healthcare and energy. Regulations can also distort market efficiency. They often favor larger corporations that can absorb compliance costs, leaving smaller competitors struggling. This can lead to less competition and fewer choices for consumers. Critics argue that this undermines the free market's ability to self-correct through competition and innovation. In healthcare, while some regulations, like caps on medical debt interest rates, receive bipartisan support, many conservative leaders oppose expanding government control over healthcare pricing. They argue that price controls can disrupt market dynamics, potentially leading to less investment in medical innovation and fewer healthcare providers. Legislative responses, like the regulations from the Executive in Need of Scrutiny Act, aim to limit regulatory overreach by requiring congressional approval for significant rules. Supporters of this act believe it would restore accountability, ensuring that elected representatives, rather than unelected bureaucrats, make decisions that affect the economy. Finally, balancing necessary protections with economic freedom is a challenge. Conservatives advocate for cost-benefit analyses to ensure that regulations do not exceed their intended benefits. They prioritize growth-friendly policies, such as tax cuts and deregulation, to stimulate investment and economic activity. Understanding the costs of government regulation is essential for evaluating its impact on the economy. By considering these factors, we can better appreciate the balance between regulation and economic freedom.